Hello my friends and welcome again to another video with Game On with Yassine. Today we are talking about the Premier League, the games that took place today in the Premier League. Today is Saturday, March 15th. What happened we are going to see here, and what we will start actually with my predictions. Yesterday I already made some predictions. Let's see if I was right or wrong so far in this the games that happened today. Let's start with the big game between Man City and Brighton. This game was really good. One thing I did not understand is in this game why Pep changed the changed the goalkeeper. Like what was the reasoning there? Like it's crazy. In this game, let me look at my notes here from yesterday. I selected I selected Man City to win here. Oh, okay. I thought I selected Brighton for some reason, because they were playing in what can I say? They are playing in the Etihad Stadium. I thought maybe Man City will do it, but no, it didn't happen that way. It ended up to be 2-2. Erling Haaland starting from a penalty. Marmoush was close to score, but he was fouled. A penalty for Man City. Erling Haaland scored that one. Then Pervis come back to score the equalizer for Brighton at minute 21. And Marmoush scored the second goal for Man City. It was a nice goal. Then around minute 48, there was what can I say? Kosanov again is going to make the headlines, scoring an own goal against his team. If we look at some of the statistics of this game, what we're going to find: Brighton had more shots on total, 3 on target, and Man City had 11 shots on in total and 3 on target. That is lower than what Brighton had, even though Man City had more ball position, 61%, and of course only 39% for Brighton. 5 corners, 1 more corner over what Man City had. So not too bad for Brighton to pick up a point from the Etihad Stadium. Let's see at the table now here, ladies and gentlemen. Man City is in the 5th position with 48 points. Things are getting tight here. Is Man City going to be able to win a position in the first 5 positions? We don't know, because there is Newcastle, Brighton, Aston Villa, Bournemouth. Also, I feel they still have chance to take that 5th position or even the 4th position. It is another title, not a title, but positions fight here. The 4th and the 5th position is going to be between these teams: Chelsea, Man City, Newcastle, Brighton, Aston Villa, and even Bournemouth might be able at least to get the 5th position. We'll see. So this is the first game. Of course, I got it wrong again. That's me, and I'm good at getting bad predictions. Now let's move to the other game between Southampton and Wolves. This game was a really entertaining game. And of course, I believe I chose Wolves. Yeah, baby. I was actually, I digress about the previous game. Now I'm looking at this. It looks like in the Brighton and Man City game, I chose, according to my note here, I chose Brighton. Sorry. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They tied. Both ways. I didn't get it right anyway. Okay, Southampton versus Wolves, and this game ended up for a win for Wolves, and I chose Wolves. Yay! Jurgen Strand Larsen scored 2 goals, one in the 19th minute and one in the 47th minute. And Paul Wancho scored a goal for Southampton in the 75th minute. I don't know what Southampton needs to pull their slack a little bit. Let's look at some statistics here. Southampton had more ball position, 60%, and they had 10 shots on target. 10 shots in total and 3 on target. 3 on target, same thing for Wolves, and 5 on in general. Very efficient in terms of shots. They had 5 on target, 5 corners for Southampton and only 1 for Wolves. And now let's look at Southampton, still slipping down in the end of the league. These guys are not going to be able to stay in the Premier League this year. They are going down to the Championship. No questions for me after this game, especially as they were playing against a team that was still in a critical situation. Wolves, because Wolves are in the 17th position, just one position above going down to the Championship, so above relegation. So good job for Wolves. Good for fighting in the last few games. You showed so much fight. You showed out so much desire to win, and also even though you lost some games or you drew some games, you actually you were about to win in some of those games. Good for you guys for fighting for staying in the Premier League. Southampton, on the other hand, man, they are struggling, and there is no way these guys are going to survive this season. Maybe next season we'll see them back in the Premier League. Okay, next game, Bournemouth and Brentford, and I chose Bournemouth in this game, and I was wrong again. I had so much faith in these guys. The reason is they are playing in their field, and also they are in a better position than Brentford, right? I thought, well, since you guys are in this position and you might be able to fight for the 5th position in the Premier League, you will have more desire, more motivation to win this game. But no, they proved me wrong again in their home field. You Goombas dropping points. This is not a time to drop points. Anyway, the first goal for Bournemouth was by Vitali, defender of Brentford, who scored on his goal by mistake. So it was an own goal. Or sorry, Bournemouth defender. What I'm talking about now. If you guys watch my yesterday's video, guys, you will find that I really wanted Brentford to win because I like the bees. I like the bees, and the bees swarmed today, and they were stinging all over the place, and they pulled their slack, and they got 3 points. Yoin Wesa scored the first one for them, the equalizer at minute 30, and Christian Nogard scored the winner at minute 71. Very, very good job for the bees. Good job for Brentford. And let's look at some stats here. Of course, Brentford had more ball position. Not a huge difference between them and the bees. They had 59%. They had 17 shots and 5 on target. And they had 4 corners, which is also not so. 1 extra corner more than the Brentford. I always talk about corners because corners can tell you, sometimes give you a more hint of who is pressing more and who is defending better, because you can have more corners mean you are pressing, you are trying to find opportunities, and also if the other team means they were defending very well. If you have 12 corners and you weren't able to score, what does that mean? Means you are pressing, but the other team is defending very well. And that's why I always talk about these ones, because they can give me and give us guys a clear, better vision of what's happening. Okay, well, let's look at Bournemouth. Bournemouth stayed in the 9th position, pending a game of Fulham. We'll see what Fulham is going to do. Is Fulham win their game, they are going to be, Bournemouth will go down to number 10. This time, Bournemouth has 44 points. Brentford is in the 11th position. They are creeping up to catch up with Bournemouth. based on their performance today and their result winning in the opponent's field. I see them doing well coming forward, but we'll see. Things can be depending on which team they're going to face next time. Next game. Next game, my friends, was a very, very good game. Nottingham Forest and Ipswich Town. You know what? Ipswich. I chose Forest here. Very good job for Forest. My God, this game was really fun. People who watched this game, they should have enjoyed it. And we had 6 goals in total. Very fun game. Both teams were fighting in this game, and unfortunately for Ipswich, what can I say? They are also struggling. They are in the 18th position, and they were hoping to get some points today, but it was tough because facing Forest. Forest has more desire now to catch up with Arsenal. Arsenal in the second half, and they know Arsenal is struggling. So they are pushing hard, and I like what they did today, winning in the Ipswich Town field. And of course, they started the opening scorecard with Nicola at minute 35. They scored the first one, second one by Anthony Ilanga. That was actually he scored two in minute 37 and minute 41, and Jota Silva scored one in the 87th minute. And actually, it was almost scoring like at the last minute of the game. But before that, Jens scored the first one for Ipswich Town at minute 82, and George Hurst scored the second one at minute 93. So if you look at the ball position, it was for Ipswich Town 65%. Which tells us, what was really happening here. Ipswich was not a huge difference, right? Because Forest only had 44%, so not so much control, but they managed to pull the win today. Their coach, actually, I can't remember his name for now for some reason. This is his first season with them, and they are doing fantastic. Coming back from Saudi Arabia, I think he was coaching there before. If we look at shots, they both had 11 shots. Foremost had 6 shots on target. They turned 4 of those into goals, and Ipswich had 4, and they turned 2 of those into goals. Corners, Ipswich had 6, and Foremost has 3. Had 3, which explained the ball position too. Forest now, ladies and gentlemen, is in number 3 with 54 points, 1 point behind Arsenal. That is going to play Man United tomorrow. That game is not going to be easy for Arsenal, but you never. Oh, actually, sorry, they are going to be playing against Chelsea. My mistake. They played against Man United already last week, I think. So now, if Arsenal drops the points tomorrow, that makes it really competitive in the next round. It's still going to be competitive, but we'll see what's going to happen between them and Chelsea. If we look at Ipswich, I believe, still in the bottom of the table, position 18, struggling there. They couldn't pull the win today, while Wolves is widening the position between them and Ipswich. Wolves has 26 points and Ipswich has only 17. That is a 9 points difference. It is getting hard, and I don't know, man. Rough days for this team this year. I don't think they are going to be able to make it this year. It will be a surprise. Next game, Everton versus West Ham. Oi, what happened here? 1-1. Which one did I choose? I believe I chose Everton in this game. And I chose Everton because Everton, they were playing in their field. And I thought that field is really tricky. And actually, they were about to pull the win today, like what they did with Liverpool that time in the small stadium. And that stadium is so loud, but they managed to what can I say? They managed to get a point from that game. Their goalkeeper made some good saves. I think their goalkeeper is the English uh, national team goalkeeper, if I'm not mistaken. Everton has had 13 shots in total, 5 on target. West Ham had 10 and 5 shots on target. Same shots on target for both of them. And Everton had 54% of ball position and 6 corners. West Ham had only 5 corners. So very balanced game, I would say, between those two teams. Let's see where Everton is sitting at 14th position with 34 points. Same thing with they have the same points with West Ham, 34 points. Same points with Man United, 34 points. If Man United wins tomorrow or gets a draw, they will be able to secure the 14th position with no issue. Then the Everton will go down, of course, to the 15th position where Man United is now. And I think that's it for the games today. Tomorrow we are looking at some games here. We are looking at some other games, as we said, Arsenal versus Chelsea, and what's going on here? Sorry. Arsenal, they need to win tomorrow. Otherwise things are gonna get really dicey for them. And Leicester City is facing Man United, and Tottenham is facing Fulham. In these games, I believe, what did I choose? I chose yesterday Arsenal. I chose a draw for Fulham against Tottenham, and I chose a draw for Man City versus Leicester City. We'll see what's going to happen tomorrow. And of course, tomorrow we have the Carabao Cup final between Liverpool um, and who? And Newcastle's the Magpies. Anyway, guys, that's it today for the review of the Premier League today. I will see you tomorrow in another reaction for the Carabao Cup final and for the other games that are happening tomorrow. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. By the way, do not forget to like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.